Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Harmony Muse with Richard Garriott's Shroud of the Avatar. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance. YouTube is having kittens right now. So if you can't see me at the YouTube link, go to twitch.tv/HarmonyMuse, no spaces, and you'll be good. Anyway, Shroud of the Avatar is Richard Garriott's newest project. Richard Garriott, as many of you know, is a legend in the game development community, having pretty much put role-playing games, or Western-style role-playing games, on the map back in the early 80s with the Ultima series. Well, technically, Ultima got its start as a Calibeth, sold, I think, through California Pacific. Oh, anyway, a Calibeth was a prequel, essentially Ultima Zero. Richard Garriott got his start back in the day, typing out on an old teletype-style PC, or not even a PC, but one of the old mainframe-style computers, writing out Dungeons and Dragons video games on rolls of electronic, tape, as it were. Or I think it might have been cards. Either way, his first project got, ported to an Apple II when he was working a summer job. And he put it, in his own time at his house at 17 years old, copied floppy after floppy, put a little basic instruction manual, put the two in a baggie, and took them to his job at a computer store at the time, and put them on the rack for sale. And eventually a big-time producer found it and thought, this is a good game. How about we go into an agreement? And thus, history was made. Later came Ultima 1, which was the first game in the actual Ultima series. And later Ultima 2, when he went from California Pacific to Sierra. Ultima 3 was a watershed moment in that there was the first game where you had multiple characters. Though perhaps the most highly regarded of the series was the fourth, which was where it stopped becoming kill the big bad evil guy and became less a go out, kill monsters, kill the big bad guy. It was more an inward quest to improve yourself, not just mechanically, but in the 8 virtues. Now, fast forward about 10, 20, 30 years at this point, and Ultima goes through 8 sequels up to Ultima 9. We won't talk about that one, EA. And an online game, Ultima Online. Well, one thing led to another. Eventually, EA folded the Origin Systems, which was Garriott's company, and he went off to other things. This was the game he always wanted to make. This is basically a spiritual successor to Ultima Online. And he always put himself in his games as the king of the world, as Lord British. Now, Lord British exists in this game, and he is legitimately his own avatar. Lord British is Richard Garriott, is Lord British. Well, anyway, in fact, your own character in this game is supposed to be a representation of you. Not some idealized, it's you. As it was supposed to be back in Ultima 4. In fact, Garriott, I believe, is responsible for the term avatar being used as your player character in video games. Hello there. Now, I'm going to show you the intro cutscene of this game, and then we're going to get started on creating my character. Few remember the dark times, much less what happened before them. Since the great cataclysm 400 years ago, the world has slowly recovered, but much was lost.
Tonight began for you as many others, wandering the internet, a click here, an update there, following the various trails of your friends, both real and digital. Another evening searching for something itching in the back of your mind, something familiar yet unremembered. Much of your time of late was spent poring over ancient manuscripts describing a world.
Yes, that's an Alienware symbol.
These manuscripts were not easy to find. Hidden in corners of the dark net and forums almost impossible to access. The temptation of forbidden lore was enticing, and your time spent gaining access to this rewarding. The documents you have found tell of a world caught in a cataclysm of destruction. Enough power to rip the moons themselves from the sky and destroy what civilization existed. It tells of people struggling to survive, of wars and dark magic and heroic deeds. As you read of the world after, of compacts agreed, civilization restored, and oracles consulted, your excitement grew. The documents were all unclear on issues of time and space and place, as if the world they described was apart yet close by. So close that you felt something call to your very spirit. This world and its struggle is where you want to be. And you felt for the first time the pull of your destiny.
That's a reference to the 8 schools of magic in the game. I'll explain those later.
As you read from the ancient manuscripts, that pull became more and more fierce, more and more physical. You feel more strongly than you have felt anything before. Your heart races, your muscles flex as though you were in an illusion. One from which you would awake if only you would just open your eyes.
Okay, now we go to create character. It's going to ask you to log in. Because I got my copy through Steam, that's how I'm going to log in. Just as well for me, because I really don't want anybody seeing my username and password for shit. Now, to create my character, I'm going to use a name that I use for everything. Checking name, it's a valid name. Okay. It's not giving me a chance to create my character. I am a spirit. Please let us speak. One moment, I'm gonna have to organize things and make sure it all looks right. Okay, that's good. That's all good. Well, the reason I use that, Grim, is because when I first... It's the name of the character I made for the Broken Mirror group way back in February of last year. You know, that character was essentially, well, wish fulfillment. Before I go any further, I need to see if I can't change the font size a little bit. We'll make it, see if you can, size 18 font. No, too big. Okay, a little bit easier to read, everybody? Or would you want it larger? Okay. Double click the woman in front of me to talk. Hail, Avatar. I am Arabella, and I have been sent to guide you. I know you are feeling ill at ease from the journey your spirit has taken from Earth to this place. But I assure you, your destiny has never been closer. To speak with her, click on the words underlined, or simply type whatever you would say. This place. This was once a special, or this is a special place of magic called the Isle of Storms. It is a shard of what was once a small moon orbiting the lands of New Britannia. Yet powerful magic made it a center of rifts, a way station for those traveling from other realms. Now, let's see, Hail. Okay, Hail Avatar. We're going to say Avatar to her. Yes, you are the Avatar that we have been waiting for. A traveler from another land. One who by word and deed can demonstrate a way forward to us all. Every step you take in this world will shape those around you. It is your destiny. I am here to guide you towards it. Now, here's the thing. Every character is an avatar. Not the avatar, but an avatar. Every player character is somebody from Earth. The game is very explicit about that. Now this place, let me see. Now let's see what New Britannia, she says about New Britannia. A world apart from Earth that you learned of in all of those stories is real. This is where you now find yourself, and it is where you will find your destiny. It lies beyond the Lunar Rift, but for now you must make your manifestation and visit the Oracle. Lunar Rift. Okay, rifts are dimensional gateways, etc., etc. Oracle. The Oracle is the guide of everyone's path in New Britannia. She is a very important part of your future, though I cannot see exactly how, but you must speak to her to finish your manifestation. Guide. Your first step is to finish your manifestation into the world of New Britannia. Manifestation. I wrote of what Arabella told me in my journal, which I can view using the J key. There is a magical mirror down the path from here. Gaze into it and reflect on what sort of person you will appear to be. You will find other mirrors like this in your travels. Mirror. A mirror ahead is a focus for powerful magic that can reshape your appearance to whatever form you prefer. It can be used to assign the form you will use to explore New Britannia as well. Farewell. Now, the journal is not like a normal quest log. It will not point me and say, go here, do this, on a map. In fact, you'll find that maps in this game are very few and far between. Current tasks. Use the magic mirror. Oh, I actually do have a map. What the crap is this? Did they finally add one for people? Oh, I'm not going to complain. Knowledge journal. Okay, and they have a journal where you write down interesting things. Now this will fill up very, very quickly. Oh, hey Grim. Or hey Fan, I see you there. And you've also got your tasks where it tells you, gives you a general idea of where you are on a quest. So I need to go down this map and find a mirror. I'm just thinking, holy crap, I've actually got a mini-map now. We never used to have these back when I used to play. Okay, follow this path that Arabella mentioned. Wherever you are, it is not Earth. What sort of place is this? The mirror is just ahead. Path of focus. Here we go. We'll click the mirror to use it. You gaze into the mirror. Now we actually have creating your face and look. Now I am going to play a female character because, well, yeah. Now let's see what we've got for hair. We've got bald. I can use a bob. Mohawk, hell no. A bun, braids. Could go with the braids. That'd be classic for one Billy Baldwin. Dreadlocks, no. A ponytail, Short, bald. Okay, we're gonna go with the braids. I wish I had longer hair. I really do. The braids will do, and we'll go with blonde braids. Now for eyes, she's gonna have green eyes. Okay. Doki doki koi neko sugoi desu. Okay, we'll use the default facial structures. Surprised they didn't ask for gender. Oh, well, I'm not going to complain. Involved and finish. Took a looted container or corpse, hover your mouse over it and reticle and use E. Crap. Current scene is not found in Soda Map database. Arabella mentioned you can speak to the Theoracle next. She is something to my left. That the Oracle? No, that can't be the Oracle. I think this is the Oracle here. The Oracle is down this path. This isn't a path, this is a waterfall. I think I'm lost. No Oracle down here. There's a way to follow my death, but there's no Oracle. I think I might have got myself lost. Take and read the book. Okay. New player handbook, etc., etc. Around, they help ask hospitalier. How do I take a book? Take item. Now we try reading it. Instructions, okay. Basically all your basic command stuff. Introduction. Everything out of character here. The standard instruction stuff that I've done before and know. I've read the book. I've read the book. I've read the book. Blah, blah, blah. Seen it, know it, know it, know it. Know it, know it, know it, know it, know it, know it, know it. But for whatever reason, that doesn't count as reading the book. Knowledge in the journal. Okay. This is where the Oracle is. Yeah. That's a robot face. Okay, Greetings, I am the Oracle. I am here to determine who you shall be, and as you move through New Britannia, please let me know when you are ready for analysis. Oracle. I'm the Oracle, I am here to guide you. I advise, I serve. That is my function. I am here to advise you on how you will function. Okay, you advise. Path. By path, I mean the virtues. Do you mean, okay, path of the virtues, there are 3 virtues. Truth. Truth, without which communication with each other is a wasted endeavor. The elves of Virtus Plain search for truth in their lives. Will you guide them? What example will you show? Love, the guiding principle of our need to be with another. The land of our doors is beset with consequences of love forsaken. How will you guide them? What example will you show? Courage. Courage without which we would fall to our own devices, or those who seek to take all we value. The island of Nordgard is struggling with the need for courage in their darkest hour. How will you guide them? What example will you show? And there is a prophecy. If you wish to meditate upon the D-Ray prophecy, it is in a book which can be found in this confirmatory. Confirmatory is a hall of meditation where we may speak freely. People seek my counsel. Path. Okay, virtues, prophecy. Let me back up, because I know it said something that I missed. When I am ready. Okay. Your answers will help show where you begin. Okay. I will now ask you several questions that will help determine how you will begin your journey in the lands of New Britannia. This is the classic, anybody who's played Ultima, this is the classic questions from the Gypsy in the wagon that determine your starting class and stats and skills. There are no wrong answers. There is no choice that is correct. There is no decision made today that is irrevocable. Your path will be your own to follow. I simply assist you in following the choices that you feel best for the path you chose. Your answers here will shape where you begin. There are no wrong answers. You are entrusted to bring your liege an uncounted purse of gold, though owing no coin of your own, yet along the way you meet a starving refugee. I'm sorry, let me start again. If you are entrusted to bring your liege an uncounted purse of gold, though owning no coin of your own, yet along the way you meet a starving refugee, what would you do? Would I truthfully deliver the gold knowing the trust in me was well placed, or would I lovingly give the beggar a coin, knowing that it shall not be missed? I would I would actually probably give the beggar a coin. Avatar, if in a hard-fought battle you manage to disarm thy mortal enemy, who is a cruel murderer, and a duel to the death, and now he is at your mercy, what would you do? Would I show love by permitting him to yield, or would I courageously fight to the end, whatever it may be? Well, if he's a murderer, not killing him would not be an act of love. It would be pulling Batman-level stupidity. I hate to say it, Bruce Wayne was a dipshit. Every single person that the Joker killed, their blood is on Batman's hands for not stopping him. Now, this is probably the bluest of blue liberals talking here, and that's as much political as I will get here. I do believe that murderers should be put down. That said, I believe it's shouldn't be up to the state to do so. Again, politics. Okay. Avatar, suppose you have sworn an oath to stand at your post during a battle. Your friends are suffering in a close-pitched skirmish nearby. What would you do? Show courage and aid my comrades in their hour of need, knowing I may deny it later? Or refrain so I may truthfully state I followed orders? Screw the rules, my friends get to live. Very well. You have selected the path of courage. The village of Highvale awaits you through the nearby lunar rift. Once you travel through the rift, you will have knowledge and equipment suitable for the way of blades and shield that you have chosen. Currently, we recommend the way of the bow to new users as the most polished experience. You can tell Oracle Bow to switch this. The lunar rift the Oracle spoke of is at the top of the nearby hill. As a point of interest, the rift now appears in your compass as well. Here's the thing. 2 or 3 updates ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I probably would have taken the bow. But as I've been told, the path of courage and the path of truth are enabled in game now, and you can actually finish each of the paths. So now I'm going to go meet my fate. It is time for you to enter the lunar rift in the hill above us, and for you to join the world of New Britannia. For now, I bid you farewell. Vaya con queso. Okay, we'll take time to actually look through each. Okay. Reddit. Reddit, 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 red, 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 red. Okay. Battle of Highvale. Going into the Courage tutorial. I can swap between... Okay, Dex, we'll get to that. We'll get to a lot of stuff in a very short order here. Just waiting for it to load. Okay, here we go. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to take a look at a couple of things. First, we have our inventory screen. I have copper chain for as a chest piece, vest, quarter armor. Okay, I have cotton cloth legging. Okay, and I've got cloth legs or gloves, boots, and pants. Boots and pants and boots and pants, but anyway, let's check our skill list. This is going to be your bread and butter here. Adventuring. This is what defines you as a character. Okay, you've got your 7 different schools of skill trees of combat. You've got blades, and as you see, starting off Path of Courage, I started off with a fair amount of each. You've got your passives that are in gray, active abilities that are in red. I believe you also have yellows that are toggles. I could be wrong there. But XP in this game is a little weird. How it works is you notice pooled experience. When you kill stuff or when you do things or when you finish quests, you get experience for either your adventuring XP or crafting XP. Now, as you do things in the game, a certain amount of XP takes over to that skill. For example, if I use my thrust, I'm going to get a bit of skill points going to my thrust skill. If I use if I use riposte, same as the first. You know, anytime I swing a sword, I'm going to get some bladed combat skill. Now, as you get to as you use a skill, you notice it gets passively a little bit better and a little bit better. Now what we want to do is we're going to try to get to certain thresholds so we can get the next tier up. It used to be that having 10 in a skill allowed you to get to the next tier. You can see they've made it a bit more challenging than that because that made it easy to get to high tier stuff quickly. Now, you really want to try to focus your training on 2 or 3 skills at a time, because if you're fighting in combat and you've got, say, bladed combat, you know, actively training, blade speed actively training, blade mastery actively training, as well as the train strength skill, the train dex skill, and the train intelligence skill, you're gonna drain out your experience in record time. What you really want to do is try to focus on certain things and get them up as you go. Now let's see what kind of skills I have here. Okay. I don't have any skills in magic or in magic at all, except for 5 skill points into my healing touch here. 30 skill points into Strength of Earth. Now eventually I'm going to want to learn the Strength of Stone here and Bulwark of Earth, because that gives passive damage resistance. That gives passive avoidance and maximum damage resistance. Everything here is useful. You can specialize, you can generalize. Now, I will probably be specializing mostly in sword and board combat, and probably a little bit of offensive magic, but mostly sword and board and healing, essentially a paladin build. Now I will get some spell combat spells because, again, good passives. Earth magic gets you innate strength and damage resistance. Life magic gets you, well, bonuses to healing others. Sun magic, praise the sun, hashtag Dark Souls, can get you bonus innate strength when the sun is up. Fire magic can get you, range and speed, or fire resistance. Okay. Water can get you cold effectiveness and water resistance. Moon magic gets you dexterity while the moon is up. Air magic, stun effectiveness, air resistance. Death magic, yeah. Now, chaos magic is one of those weird, funny things. Now, there's animal taming in the game. We won't be doing that. And also in the combat skills, you see we have shield. We have our shield skills. We have heavy armor skills and light armor skills. As well as skills for pole arms, heavy melee, and archery. Down here on the strategy side of things, which are basically meta skills, you've got tactics, which is mostly, stuff for increasing your health, increasing your strength. Stuff over here for, armor and weapon durability. You can also, after you level up your trained strength high enough, you can get encumbrance capacity, so gain better weight. You can also train up over here through parry and offhand attack and get benefits to dual wielding. So if you want to do dual wielding, you can. Okay, subterfuge. This is your sneaky beaky stuff. You got distract, which you can use to debuff an enemy or to draw attention away. Trip, engage opponent, which is basically a leaping attack. Camouflage, which is your stealth. Silent movement, which is also stealth. Actually, no, that's stealth while not moving, stealth while moving. Poison weapon. Ooh. Oh, you can actually apply poisons. You got your train dex. You've got weapon. Okay, weapon crit chance, safe fall chance, and so on. Focus. This is also going to be something we're going to see a lot of. Focus here is your mana pool. You use mana pool whether you're a fighter, a ranger, or a mage, or whether you use everything. And yes, there is necromancy. Death magic. Death touch. Tap soul. Drain life from enemies. Corpse explosion. You can make corpses go boom. You can summon skeletons. Higher tier magic, as you can see, requires reagents to use. You'll notice it also has a chance to fizzle. This is important. The heavier the armor that you're wearing, you have a fizzle chance on it. High enough intelligence, high enough skill in the particular spell that you're wanting to learn, and certain skills you can get in this tree will decrease your chance of fizzling. Now, quick swapping allows you to swap from one deck to another, because you store your skills that you're going to use in combat as decks, because it's like Mega Man, let's see, what's the term? Mega Man, not Battle Network? Yeah, Battle Network, where you have a deck of your active skills that you have that'll pop up that you can use at any one time. Or you can have some of them locked to the hotbar. Both are good ways to do things, so realistically, you can have pop skills more often if you have it set up as their shuffle. They also cost less that way. So you trade off, reliability for longevity. Now, you've also got glyph cost and magic glyph cost. These skills are called glyphs. That basically makes things cheaper to cast. That gives me a chance to, or this skill here gives me a chance to avoid getting interrupted when I get hit. Follow through is my increased chance to not fizzle. Now, this is going to require heavy investment to get down here, so we're probably mostly going to focus on just using Healing Touch. Now, I will get some magic because, let's be honest, magic can be very useful in this game. I might probably get Fire Fist. I'm going to definitely get Light, either Light or Night Vision, because sometimes it can get dark and get really hard to see. Stone Fist is also very good. Air has some good stuff. I mean, I can knock enemies back and possibly knock them down. Water has Ice Fist, which is good. There are also combo skills you can do to, you know, combo two skills together. But I'm mostly going to be focusing Blades, Shield, Heavy Armor, Tactics, and a bit of, you know, a good bit of Earth for the defense and the passives. And Life because healing. Healing is good. I'm also going to focus on trying to get Train Dex. I'm also going to be using Train Intelligence. And obviously going to be using Train Strength. But yeah, you can do you can build yourself up any way you want. You can generalize, you can focus. You're considered a master of a skill when you hit 100, but if skills, I believe, go up to 200 or more. Though that takes several billion experience at about 30-40 per tick, so good luck getting there. Anyway, my starting build is with 70 points of Blades, 20 points of Heavy Armor, 55 points into Tactics to get me Reckless Stance, Parry, and my Train Strength. Now, we're going to uncheck. Okay, now, another thing. These little marks here, what they are is you determine whether you want that skill to gain XP. We do not want training to get XP, or we do not want Reckless Stance to get XP, because I rarely, if ever, use stances. Parry, that's an iffy one, because that'll get me into the dual wield. I don't dual wield. I do sword and board. Okay, training we will use. We'll keep you training. We will not be training you. We will not be training you because I don't use Tame Beast Mastery. We'll let you level for now. We'll keep you at and maintaining. We'll keep you training. We'll keep you training. We'll definitely keep you training. Actually, that's... I don't need you training any further than that, so we'll keep you paused. I want to get more... I want to get to where I have money and I can buy the upgraded versions of skills. But for now, we're good. So let's start this tutorial. Wait, why don't I have a... Why don't I have names over heads? Let's fix that. My toolbar show combat. Show player nameplate. Okay. Show health, large bar, large player hat bubbles. Show unlearned PC names. Show health and focus stats. Okay. Show hands. Okay. Dying Knight. Hello, Tracy? Thou art Tracy, forgive me. That looks remarkably simple. Simple. My name is... perhaps you can travel where I cannot. I am Gawain, a knight of Norgard. Mine wounds are mortal, so I must indulge a request in regards to mine amulet. Norgard. Norgard was once a mighty empire, and more, a beacon of hope to a troubled world ordinary. Anon, I fear the beacon hath grown dim with time. Wounds. I had suffered mortally in this assault, and lo, I cannot complete my last task. Prithee, take mine amulet to Bridget. Amulet. Take care, Wilhelmina, mine testament. This is mine testament amulet and mine key to the gate. Use it to flee the battlefield and deliver mine amulet to mine sword bond Bridget in Resolute. You have gained the following. Okay. Amulet of Testimony, High Veil Gate Key. The knight gave you his amulet, which is an important part of the Path of Courage. It's an important quest item that you will not be able to destroy, sell, or trade. Now that you have his amulet next, you should find out how to leave this place. Flee. Okay, first Bridget. She was my captain in Norgard. I was sent to bring her home. I has failed and and I need thou to complete my mission. Take her mine amulet. Mission. I was dispatched hither by Bridget to assay the defenses of High Vale against an attack. Defenses. As thou canst see, they were not nearly sad enough. Many of Norgard's finest gave their last to discover this. High Vale. 'Tis the ruined village thou found me in. The elves claimed it as their own, though it clearly is on our side of the mountains. Elves. Aye, they came up from the Forsaken Vale to the west. As to why, I know not. Their attack was most sudden and cruel. Aye, the cruel Verdantist elves attacked the village of High Vale, whence ye are anon. Aye, they came up from the Forsaken Vale to the west. As to the why, I know not. Their attack was most sudden and cruel. Okay. Amulet. Prithee, leave this place and take mine amulet to testimony to Bridget and Resolute. Okay, Resolute is a journey north of hither. Prithee, take mine amulet to Bridget and Resolute. Leave. Thou will need to depart the main gate. The key I have given thee. Okay, I need it not any longer. The wounds have thus seen to that. Wounds. I have suffered mortally. Okay, I can't focus on him to heal him. Crap. I also haven't been given a weapon. So I'm walking around with my bare fists. Yay. What's going on here? Dead people. Why, yes, I'm looting corpses. What, it's not like they're going to need the money or the plates. Knight's Devotion? What is this? On each day, we might not but act in service to the people for whom we swore to protect. For one day, thy knight captain, the Lord Protector, or thy King Grannis may ask of thee, what of your charge? To each day we might not but be a pillar of courage, steadfast and strong, so that those who depend on us doth not lose hope. By each day, judge how this follow thine oath as a knight of Norgard, true and resolute, humble and firm. And each day we protect our brethren, our charges, and our people, to the unceasing glory of Nordgard. A weapon rack is here. Find the weathered sword you can use. High Vale Defender's Sword. I now have a pig sticker. And it's a great sword. Oh, it's a one-handed blade. Okay. Okay, weapon rack is here with a weathered sword I can use. Have it equipped. Why can't I attack with it? Oh, I'm going to back up from there because I'm actually, as you can see, I'm actually burning XP training those skills. I've already gotten a couple of progress into, yeah. Well, let me actually deal with my deck first. Fighter, 0 glyphs equipped. Modify. Let's try that again. Story options. Okay, window selector, help. Okay. Okay, my deck. How do I check my deck? There was a button for specifically that, but I can't remember it. Alright. Glyphs. Oh, combat deck. Y. Modify. Okay, let's get our... Actually, oh, heal's already on the deck. Okay. Now, the 2 locked bot will always have thrust and will always have healing touch. Now, these ones can go on cooldown where the other ones won't. Knight's Creed. Don't I already have a Knight's Creed? No, I have a Knight's Devotion. What is Knight's Creed? Remember, be not afraid of thine enemies, for think of all they doth not possess. They do not possess the armor of your courage. They do not possess the shield of your brothers. They do not wield the sword of your order's resolve. Before such how can they stand against ye? Remember this and be not afraid. Note found on elf. Add as well as some lettuce and salmon. Let's see what the note found on the elf says. Do not understand why we go north, south easier, humans softer. Soft elves too, weak. Why are we not fighting? Want to fight, to feel, to run, to slay. This writing is silly. Knight's Vow and a longsword. Technically a better weapon than this High Veil Defender's sword, so we're going to put you on. Gonna need to repair you when I can, though. And we got a shield. Let's get you equipped while we're at it. Oh, you already are equipped. Good, good, good. It's... okay. It's got 3 damage resistance and damage avoidance. Okay. Oath of the Knights of Norgard and more money. More... okay. Notes from elf, note from elf, note from elf. Scroll note. Captured human yesterday. We used the old ways to get him to tell us of other humans, but he did not speak. Confusing. Old ways work. Humans soft and fear pain. These humans different. Human just started singing. Voice hurt. Voices hurt. I finally killed him. His voice hurt. Something is wrong with these elves. Diary entry found on elf. Joris killed Valnon last night, discovered in morning muster. Joris said it was because Valnon said Joris was too slow in patrol. We killed Joris in punishment for making us weaker. We need to fight soon. Maybe a bear at last, something challenging. Something is wrong with these elves. Human village guarded. North humans, but not wild like others from east. Organized patrols. This will be good fight. I will take many trophies. It is overdue. Nothing to steal off of you. Loot, loot, loot the bodies. And a bard. Hello. Wait a minute. You're not Tracy. Are you the avatar of prophecy? Outlander, hear me. You are part of the greatest song to be sung. Prophecy. Only the Oracle can help you discover your destiny. The nearest confirmatory is in Resolute, I believe. Travel there and she can guide you. But be warned, there are many dangers beyond the gate. Oracle. Okay, Oracle, da-da-da. Outlander. I speak of the people from your world, specifically avatars such as yourself who have arrived quite recently, almost enough to make one take note of the prophecy. Resolute. I didn't say Oracle, I said Resolute. Resolute. Resolute is just north of here. You should have no trouble finding it once outside of High Veil. It can be a treacherous journey, though, as there are many dangers beyond the gate. Now, you said something about... okay, song. Song. It is not often that I'm at loss for words when crafting a song, yet I find myself speechless at the ferocity of what has happened here in High Veil. High Veil. All the carnage within these gates was High Veil. I came from here originally, etc., etc. Find it such a state. Gawain. Yes, poor soul, I fear the good captain has but a few moments left. Pity. Gates. Okay, if you need my help or permission, avatar. Okay, help. You must begin to walk the path of courage. You must find these gates. Okay, only a path an avatar can travel. Very well. Oh, let me actually get your name. Name. I'm Edvard the Wanderer. Bye. Okay. Loot the bodies. Press Z to unsheath your sword and double-click the enemy elf to attack him. We shall be avenged, as will be the rest of our people who die by your hand. And I get a rusty dagger. Got found on elf maple wood. Stuff I can sell. What hit me? Anyway, doesn't matter. More dead people. I can sell all this crap mostly. You notice my weapon combat skill just ranked up. The game as you're playing through a day will give a running tally of your skills that have leveled up in the day over here. Ooh, patroller. And he's a... Oh. He went down like a champ, and he's got a staff. Oh, I gotta sell you. See how we get out of here. Part of me really wants to explore over here and see, because I know there's going to be people over here. There's always people. If they have a large open area, there's going to be something in it. These fights are easier than I remember them. Well, they are tutorial fights, so... Let it be, let it be. Metal scrap. Hey, Grimm, it looks like you wrote a book in this game. Oh. The Grimm Sisters, an anthology of the mysterious and the macabre. Okay, man returning from hunt. Okay, I'm back, he called out. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's also a title system in the game. I'm trying to remember how to change my title. Titles, okay. Alright, so I'm going to use the benefactor title. That is a donation title. Now, you remember our current tasks are to leave Highvale and to deliver Gawain's amulet to Bridget in the city of Resolute. But you get experience from killing stuff and from completing quests and from harvesting stuff and from making stuff. The harvesting stuff and making stuff XP goes towards crafting, though. Now, you'll see that they use old school Britannian runes for names for things. I'm going to make that easier for people. Interface. Use translated location names. Okay, so we know that's Highvale. Areas will pop up on the map as I find them. In the Soda Map database. The fudge? Okay, we have a town there. An area there I don't think I've seen before. Resolute, where we want to go. This town is under siege. You must first fight your way through the siege lines. Oh god, are they... Okay, this is the storyline stuff. Did your relatively low power Sympathetic defenders wave you through the siege lines. Translation, I don't have to deal with the siege because I'm a newbie. Yeah, that's a thing. Storyline areas can be put under siege by enemies. And you can have to defend them. Well, because I am a very noob, I'm just waved right through. Map is still not in the database. I think something's wrong here. I think I need to buy maps. All those... Okay. Name. Okay, I know not what they mean. You are clearly an outlander. Thou wilt seek the oracle. Okay. Where is Bridget? The Knight Captain Bridget can be found in the Rosen Branch. Resolute's public house, from whence she can often be found. These times have been hard on her. I will let her explain wherefore herself. Name. Job. Help. Okay. Lord Marshal. Lord Marshal Declan Robinson is commander of the Skeep. Thou will find him in the Hall of Valor. Okay, classic... A classic thing in any Ultima game is your three word keywords that any character will respond to. Name will give them your name, or will give you their name. I'm sorry. Job will tell you what they do. Work or help will tell you if they have a quest that you can do, or give you a lead into it. Health will tell you how they're doing. That's something that ran in on this game. Now you're going to see me doing a lot of conversation early on. Now we've got... I don't like that there's no map here. The crap... Oh. Black Spire, okay. Yes. Okay. To enter, thou wilt hast thy character judged by the Oracle. I will allow the entry on the condition you proceed to the Oracle with all due haste. So they want me to drop everything and speak to the Oracle first. A salute town crier. Hello, okay, here's 100 gold for your trouble. Let's make a note here. Okay. Visiting a new city, let's make a note here. There you go. 100 gold for your trouble. Okay. I was given gold for freebie as for talking to the dude. Let's see what the merchant has for me here. I like to browse my wares. Okay. Browse. What do you have for sale? Meat. I don't need meat. And you probably have bread. Bread I don't need. Browse. Recipes for cooking. I am no cook. What do you have, my friend? Browse. You have salmon and trout. And here we have what looks like a bar. Here we have what looks like a... Oh, that's a bank. Let's go in the bar. This is one of those games where you have to talk to people to learn their names. Okay. Job. Help. Advise to speak to young Lady Bridget if you haven't already. Okay, farewell. I'll speak to Bridget if I can find her. We have a guild registrar. We have travelers. I don't want to speak to travelers. I want to speak to Arabella. I want to speak to Bridget. Name. Those who still show valor. They call me an outlaw, me Bridget, who once served the guard of the royal family. But now all of Norgard fights only for coin. Courage is gone for all, yea, even in the nights. We has forgotten what it means to stand ere a foe and say, nay, further shalt thou go, fell beast. Well, I has not forgotten happily after the next toast. Outlaw. I once fought for the kingdom and for the knights in the service of Prince Demic, but anon all of Norgard fight for no cause other than profit. Royal family. You speak of good King Grannis and his children, Lord Farrig, Lord Demig, and Lady Mara. Gawain. Gawain, good man he was, stalwart of courage. Dost thou have something for me from him? Ere I saw him last, he was standing watch in the village of Highvale. Gawain's amulet of testimony. Here you go. Milady Bridget, kindly keep true to courage, keep true to your oath. Thy service is needed, even as mine comes to an end. I see mine end gladly, for I served Grannis, I served you, and I served the people of Norgard. I die a knight, my lady, fare thee well. I cannot turn his service aside. I will not cast aside his memory. He died a knight, and a knight I remain. There are those who still serve Grannis, damn it all, whether he cares or not. And that will tell him, Outlander, that will seek him out, and that will make him hear. Make him hear. Here. I am barred from the island of Norgard, friend, much less to the keep of Valhold. But thou can go whence I cannot, friend, prithee. Go to the court in mine stead, I beg of thee. Okay, someone must, nay, thou must go, and thou shalt, for I am already dead to the court of fools, in word if not in deed. I received an item from her. Hire a boat in the village of Harvest to the north. The journey to Harvest from here can be perilous. I would recommend taking the Sanctus Spine Pass east of here. There is a guard there whom I will send word to that will ease your passage through that place. From there, Harvest is a few days' travel westward. Okay. From there, okay. Northgard. Northgard, Court of All. Okay. Help. Okay, and the game is going buggy on me. Hey, it's not letting me talk to her, okay? Let's try that again. I think things are buggy. Before I do anything else, I am going to go to the place with... Okay, that looks like guards. Alchemist. Okay, that's a home. Cooking and comfort. Magic. I don't want all this fancy crap, I just want a skill trainer. Blacksmith, combat. I want that crap. What? Okay, tell you, what do you have? Gear. Good bits of gear. You've also got skill books. Okay. Lots of skill books. Lots and lots and lots of skill books. Good. Great googly moogly. Adventurer trainer. Okay. You, my friend, will teach me how to learn heightened awareness, because I need this up to 20 to get up to you, where I need up you up to 40 to learn that, and I need you up to 40 to learn this stuff. Okay, but I need to get heightened awareness. Alright. So the more I use skills for that involve focus, that will go up, which will allow me to eventually learn this. See if I can sell to you. Sell from inventory. Take all... Okay, take all of you. Get rid of all this crap, which I'm never going to use. Sell the carrots, sell the lettuce. Hold the carrots, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. Well, I can't convert any of that into... Selling worms. Selling a stick. Selling a dagger. Name Wilhelmina Baldwin. Alrighty. You sell, what do you sell? You sell all of the fruit. Okay? And worry about you. What do you have, my friend? Help. Resistance, and what do you have? You have molds for crafting. Oh, no, you have recipes and molds. Lots of recipes. Do you have any equipment? Okay. I can get smithing equipment from you, but can I buy weapons and armor? You have them. You have weapons laying around everywhere. Do you have anything for sale? Anything I can buy? Anything I can pick up off a rack and jam into somebody else's throat? Did you just belch at me? Did you just belch at me? This is a ye olde magic shoppy. Buy, what do you have? Oh, reagents and potions then. Reagents and potions and alchemy stuff. Okay. Nothing I need. And here is the crafting, you know, the crafting tables. They have everything right there, which is good. They say the Oracle is up this way, but they don't say where. This is someone's privately owned home, I'm sure of it. No, it's not. It's a keep. Now this is somebody's house. That looks like a mausoleum. Help new players. And you have nothing for sale. Somebody probably took all your crap and gave it to someone else. Oh well. People kept telling me, go see the Oracle, go see the Oracle, go see the Oracle. Well, crap, here I am on the Oracle. Or at the Oracle. Destiny, okay. Courage. Okay. Oh, she called me out for looting the corpses. Okay. You notice the fearful rabbit, the courageous mother, the mouse and the camel, and one in runes. Let me see if I can translate that. Kindness is giving. Okay. R O. Okay. Comfort is giving. Okay. Love. And that's. Oh. Okay, I can't remember what that is. Isn't a D? Kindness. Kindness in giving something. I think that's a K or a C. C-R-E-A. Seriete. Kindness in giving creates love. Copy. Okay, that says kindness in giving creates love. Copy. I'm not even going to try to read that. Half of these are books that were written by other players. Now, I can choose to go out and do exactly what she said to do. Or I can go fiddle-fart around for a bit. I'm going to go do some fiddle-farting around and figure out, see if I have any other quests I can get. Okay, bye. Open. I'm gonna go see if I can talk to some other people here. This is one of the few problems I have with this game. And while I do have problems, sometimes they can be showstoppers. For one, I have no maps. Maps in this game are something that can be taken for granted. Used to be there was a shop that you could buy maps from. I'm actually going to take a stop and look for that real quick. One moment. Current scene not found in the Soda Map database. Okay, this has not started as a bug. Issue with soda map. We did it pretty heavily last week, don't get me wrong. Okay, soda map. Require you to pay to use it. Okay. Well, you're one hardworking person. Da, da, da. For Resolute. Looking at something, seeing if I can get through that here. Okay. There is actually a soda map system. Okay. Let me see if I can log out and back in, and that'll do it. Exit to menu, leave now. Because apparently it was working beautifully, then bam, not working. Okay, now we hit resume. We'll go back in and we'll see. Because if this is the case, I'm going to do some checking out to see if there's a place where I need to buy maps to have put in here or something. Because having the idea of a mini map would be oh so amazingly useful. Bring avatars. Okay, I might need to actually buy a physical map of the place. You used to have to do that. So I don't understand what's going on here. So there are pluses to stuff. I don't know how that works. I will have to figure it out at another time. Well, anyway, I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to do some research and be ready for tomorrow with more information about what the hell's going on with the map system. Well, anyway, thank you all for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you, and have a good one.